What's up, 4Gamers? Welcome back to another Lost Light video. Since one of my videos reacting to another content creator reacting to Lost Light or giving their own opinions about the game did so well, I was talking about this video where Sir Big Fry TV gave his own opinion and reaction about Lost Light. So right now I want to do another one of these videos, and since it did pretty well, today we're gonna react to a video entitled "I Tried Fake Tarkov So You Don't Have To" by Sir Tomographic. So this is a big content creator again giving Lost Light a try and giving it a look and giving their opinions about the game. Knowing that these bigger content creators have seen better games, it would be very interesting to know what their take is about this game. But before we do our reaction to this video, make sure to drop on this video a big like. And also, if you're new here, please subscribe so you don't miss any Lost Light content and other gaming content as well. Without further ado, let's react to this video. Okay, the video is entitled "I Tried Fake Tarkov So You Don't Have To" by Tomographic. I'll zoom it out for a bit. 652,000 subscribers. It's more on FPS, tactical shooters, battle royale, COD, Battlefield, and much more. So as you can see from the lineup of videos that he has, very large collection of shooters and pretty cool thumbnails as well. This video is a reaction to just see what a bigger creator would think about Lost Light. Really curious to what their takes are, how the game could be improved upon, because I'm already expecting some comments with a bit of negativity, but for the positive outcome of improvement.
It's my first time launching the game and I have zero expectations. Okay, these textures are actually pretty high quality. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, guys. Apparently this is like a mobile port of a game that's on Steam.
Yes.
And I've seen this suggested a lot in my comments, especially on the Tarkov videos, so I figured we'd just launch it and see how it goes. I'm not really going to do too much editing, I think. But this is going to be my first impression, so let's do this. Okay, so this is like the hideout in Tarkov.
Yes.
Got missions here. Of course, it wouldn't be a mobile game without overly sexualized female characters.
Oh my god. Really? Is that really the expectation if it's a mobile game? But I guess if you want players to join your game, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You must be curious who am I? No, not really. Track mission progress.
I'm curious to see what he thinks about BAF Factory, as I've known that BAF Factory was very heavily inspired. Actually, it's very similar, or it's like an imitation of the actual factory in EFT.
Okay, that was quick. And we're in. Just like that.
Look at that, like loading in, no issues at all, no hitching, no bugs, none of his body parts like scattering everywhere. So I feel like Lost Light is really dependent on your hardware as well. We all assume that it's a light game, but it's not. I'm surprised that he did not encounter any issues, but also not surprised because I know a content creator of this size has a very good, very amazing gaming PC.
Dude, this is exactly like Factory from Tarkov.
There you go.
It actually shows me where my extraction is.
That's also one thing that was mentioned before in my previous reaction to Big Fry TV's video. The game babysits you a lot. It doesn't completely give you a hardcore experience. It gives you more of a spoon-feeding role. It will assist you in every way possible, but still give you an experience of a competition or a competitive side.
What the? Okay, my first kill. I killed Vernon.
A bot.
Don't know if that's a bot or a player, but that's our first kill.
So for those who are unaware, the indicator will show you if it's a bot or a player. So in that case, if you saw the AI's name, it was an AI. His name was Vernon and the icon was white. That's normally a Marauder's icon. If it's a Firefly, it should be red.
Whoa! Just drop shot me.
Oh. Okay, I'm not sure if he fought an elite Marauder. They've buffed Marauders in this past patch notes. They mentioned that Marauders will now dodge more frequently, including like when you throw grenades. They will be more harder to fight than normal. So that's why I said it's a buff.
It's quite a bit of recoil, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, an elite marauder.
Okay, that's a big dude.
Whenever a marauder is wearing a hood that is color purple, that's an elite marauder. These are stronger versions of a regular marauder or AI. So they also contain lots of good loot. So if you can kill one of these, it will be a good plus for you to take their items. So take note of that, like a purple hooded AI with orange, or I think that's orange lining on the hood. There's another variant of this, but he's wearing a blue hood. Those are sniper marauders. They usually carry SKS, Mosins, or even DR10s. So mostly long range weapons. It's very scary to take on these elite marauders one-on-one, but if you can land your good shots in, which we saw what he did was he aimed for the head. Their fighting style will always be like attack only.
There he is.
Oh, is that a
My
player?
effective range isn't good here. What is he doing? Throwing a frag at me. Okay, hit me there. Doing no damage. This is such a weird gunfight. Someone else in that corner. Getting shot from the left now too.
Oh my god. Oh, he escaped.
Did he
Whoa,
escape?
yeah, he did.
He actually left. So this is all of the gear I collected. And it tells me the value. I got a B. So you get an achievement or a ranking for the raid. What the hell? I can still hear the guard in the game. I don't know about this one, guys. This is weird. This feels like it's just a complete Tarkov ripoff. But I mean, it is free to play, so
Yeah.
there's a bit more hand holding there.
Lost Light is very different. It has like stepped away from what it was inspired from. We all know it's inspired from EFT, but it takes the casual player's flavor. I don't know if that's a good comparison or a good word to use, but if you are into EFT or that sort of survival shooter game, but you don't want to play it to a hardcore extent, Lost Light is the best game for you because it's more of a casual man's game. Yes, there's some aspect of competitiveness. You can participate in ranked games. At the end of the day, you can still play it casually whenever you want to.
All right, well, we've unlocked the woods map now, so...
Alright.
Am I already being shot at?
So that was the sniper marauder that I told you guys. It was wearing a blue hood. I'm not sure if you guys can see it though from that view. The cursor is kind of covering it, but you can see like the blue lining and it has a hood on. So there's a radiation storm in this map that he's in. So radiation storms are only present in normal game modes. Radiation storm is basically think of a sandstorm but more nuclear, and it damages your immunity points or like your character's body. In the current version of the game, they removed the timer because they can only like stay for a specific amount of time in a map or in a game session. But when they made some changes, like they didn't really notify the players about this, they just changed the timer into your immunity. So the longer you stay in a map, the lower your immunity gets. And I think if you don't recover your immunity, you will eventually die out in whatever map you're in. So your health is very important. That's what you have to watch out for in this current version of the game.
Look, there were so many people in my comments on my last Tarkov video saying, "Oh, Tom, you've got to try Lost Light. It's like a free-to-play Tarkov alternative. Really good fun."
I think they're really trolling him with those comments. But yeah, it's still worth a try though. Oh, there you go.
Radiation storm.
So this is the radiation storm. So that's why I mentioned it's similar to a sandstorm because it looks like a sandstorm. And I think it's one of the cooler mechanics in the game where when you're in a radiation sandstorm, it greatly affects your immunity. So the longer you stay in a radiation sandstorm, especially when you're outdoors, it really affects your health. I mean, when I say health, I'm talking about the immunity points and not your base HP. So there's immunity points and your base HP. Your base HP is based on your current HP in the game, and your immunity points is your health in general for your player's body.
There's a lot of UI I'd like to get rid of, but there's no customization for the UI whatsoever.
Yeah, that's one thing that most players want as well. Like, there's so much clutter in the screen, and like if you just look from this current, apart from the YouTube UI, like ignore the YouTube UI because I'm watching the video. Like this part is okay to see. This one's annoying though, like the missions that you have. The map is okay to an extent. I'd rather have a collapsible map instead of a built-in one. All of this clutter, I get it. Like they did focus more on the casual players' satisfaction. But yeah, I feel like this is also part of the spoon feeding that it gives you. The spoon feeding, hand holding, like that the game gives you. I really do hope that developers like allow us to hide these, especially on PC, especially for mobile as well. Like I imagine for mobile players, this is already a cluttered screen for me as a PC player. Imagine for mobile players where they have to like move around their buttons, finger buttons around the screen. It's so hard for you guys to play this game if that's the case.
Go for the legs.
Yep. Leg meta.
They don't have armor on their legs.
Yeah, there's a player. Is that?
There you are.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, God,
Oh, there you go.
yes.
Was that
He
a player?
freaking beamed me at full health as well. Wait, you can respawn?
So this is the return mechanic in the game. This is one of the unique features that Lost Light has to offer. So basically the function of this feature is you have a chance to come back into the same game that you died in. So if for more in-depth explanation to what the return does, I have a video that I'll be linking up on the top right, and it's also going to be available in the description down below.
This is weirdly growing on me.
I don't know if that's a good thing or no. Let's see.
It's not a bad game, but it's also not a very good one.
I think that's the best description of Lost Light. Like this is a guy who's pretty much an expert in shooter games, a content creator that has played tons of shooters, way more than I have, and that's his opinion on this game. So we'll take that. We'll take that. I'll take that.
Beginning to understand the mixed reviews on Steam now.
Okay, so I think that's a player. He just killed a player. I don't know how you saw that though. How did you see that? I don't see that. Can you guys see it? I can't. Okay.
Firefly kill.
There you go.
That was a player.
Yes.
You know what this game reminds me of? It's like, if any of you ever played Ring of Elysium,
Oh yeah.
it's kind of like a PUBG knockoff.
I was actually expecting he would say rules of survival, because that's what I get when I play this game, especially when I played it for a while in third person. I did play Ring of Elysium before. I did try it a couple of times. It was a good game. Sadly, it didn't go global and didn't get popular enough to be recognized. So yeah.
I enjoy DMZ for the gameplay, but the actual gameplay loop doesn't keep me coming back for more. Whereas a game like this or Tarkov does have systems in place to encourage you to come back and rewards you for investing your time.
Take note of those like words that he said. This is coming from a player that is playing this game for the first time. Although he's a very experienced content creator with shooters, this is a very good take from Tomographic right here. Even though people complain about Lost Light as much as they do, a lot of players still play the game. Like it has a very large following. I'm not saying it's small. If it was a small following, the game would be already dead. Because currently the game is really doing well, despite the negative feedback it gets all the time. I've always said no game is perfect. no game is perfect. Like Call of Duty gets shit every day. Lost Light will definitely get these kinds of feedback or negative comments, but somehow it's still alive. It's still relevant. Players still play the game. Why? Because it's enjoyable to play. Like if you just set aside the negative things, wait for them to get fixed, they will get fixed. Trust me, they will get fixed. Set them aside, focus on the positive, and you'll have fun. You will have fun in this game.
Oh, that's a player, that's a player.
Where is?
Can't ADS. This guy's a Chad. He's got a really high tier armor.
Oh,
No,
damn.
he pushed through my grenade.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
An absolute Chad. Wait.
Oh, you can return
I can
again.
do this again a second time. Just redeploy and go back for my gear. Okay, I mean, he took some of my stuff.
a lot of your
I
stuff.
did get the AK back. Must
Nice.
have like had the requirements on my person to leave. The dog tag maybe. I whiffed so hard.
It's a player. I thought it was
Oh
a
my
player.
god, what was that turn he just did to face me? But the fact that I was able to come back in, pick up the scraps that guy left behind and leave, still classing that as a positive raid, is going to be kind of appealing to some people, I think. But yeah, I'm going to spend the next however long trying to manage this loot so I can leave with it. And until the next one, I hope you enjoyed this first look at Lost Light. Not as bad as I first expected.
I actually thought that he was gonna completely trash the game or like say that's not worth playing, just like what we heard from Big Fry TV in a couple of months ago. It was a fair criticism though. The game deserved that criticism from Big Fry TV. It shows how much the game needs to improve more to be a valid option for gaming or as a survival shooter. From Strawberry Chocolate, a quick heads up, Tom, most of the mixed reviews don't come from the game being bad, as they come from the fact that the game seems to have some sort of spyware or malware that is installed alongside the game into your PC. As far as I understood it, it makes it slower with time. I could be wrong, but I would recommend checking your files. So this is also a factor. I feel like I'm affected with this specific issue. I might actually like have to run through my computer as well to check if maybe these residual files or spyware is causing the slowdown of my game. If you guys have been watching my streams, if you have though, do watch them. If you have been watching my streams, you'll notice some of my gameplay have some freezing, stuttering, FPS, sudden FPS drops, and this might be the connected issue with it. From David, it might be fake Tarkov, but it actually looks decent enough and far more accessible to the average player. If you're not familiar with Escape from Tarkov, it's a paid game. It's $50 to $45. Well, as with Lost Light, you can play it for free. Here's from Redact BTW. I have about 400 hours on Lost Light. To put it into simple terms, it's a much easier and less competitive or confusing version of Tarkov. The game overall isn't terrible at all, but it's very much still has the mobile port feeling. Because yes, Lost Light was originally supposed to be just a mobile game, but somehow they introduced crossplay in a PC version. The devs are active and constantly bringing out updates, and there is indeed an economy system once you level a certain amount. So that's kind of somehow keeping the game fresh and relevant when you're playing the game all throughout. From Stick Me Up 1275, Lost Light is actually pretty fun and a decent casual alternative to Tarky. Yes. From Wolfgang, he said, bro, I actually enjoyed the hell out of this game once you get into bigger maps and ranked. You can play this game however you like. You can play it casually with normal modes, and you can also have participate in ranked mode. And from Dan Tosh, he says, this game looks amazing. So that's really flattering to see. So glad that I came across this video and discovered it. Can't wait to try it out. Hope you do try it out, Dan. From Heaven Rep, he says, for what it delivers, if you were to go in without knowing about or having played Tarkov before, this game looks really good and well thought out. The maps seem really nice and big with few empty areas. The sound design, not surround sound issues, is good. Animations look decent. The respawn system seems pretty balanced. There doesn't seem to be much of the old Tetris inventory stuff. Overall, this looks very much playable. I will end with this last comment from Wolfovadin. It says here, the game has potential. It seems like it can definitely be fun, but it needs work. Okay, with that being said, that's where we end it in this video. Like, it's amazing to see this video. I'm really happy that Sir Tom, sorry if I keep calling you Sir, it's like a common thing that we do in the Philippines. Thanks to Tomographic for creating this video. I really enjoyed watching it. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Tomographic, please do so. I've also put the link of his channel on the description down below. Thanks again for watching this video. Hope you guys like this though. It's a very long video compared to the usual things that I put out, but it's more productive because there's discussion, there's ideas being given back and forth. Well, I'm expecting you guys give it back as well with the comment section down below. So if you have any thoughts about what you saw, about my takes as well, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Again, if you like this video, please drop a like. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you want more Lost Light content or any other gaming content similar to this channel, be a subscriber today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.